Hi guys, welcome back to Fat Northern Golfers. Zach today, and we're here making the most of the glorious weather at Douglas Valley Golf Club. And today we're hopefully debunking a little bit of a myth. So I have always been told that if you're a high handicap golfer like myself, you need to play with the biggest cavity back irons you can get. And what you'll tend to find is that a lot of the cheaper, a lot of the more beginner sets tend to have these large cavity backs, but they tend to go for a lot of money, especially on eBay. You'll see them, they very rarely start at under 150, 160 pounds. So I've recently been looking for some cheap golf clubs for a video you might be seeing in the future, and I came across these, which are a set of Mizuno MP30 muscle back irons. So you can see they've got a little bit of a cavity, but not too much. Now, normally you would be told to avoid these as a high handicap golfer, but today what we're going to do is we're going to come out. Well, I'm going to come out here on my own. I'm going to hit these MP30s. I'm just going to play a few holes, 3-4 holes, nothing special. We've only got an hour or so here today, so we're going to hit these and we're going to see how they play, and hopefully we'll be able to play some good golf with these irons that have cost me not a lot of money. And when I say not a lot of money, much less than £100 for this set of irons. And we're going to see how they do. So let's get to it. Right, so we've just hit the first tee shot there. We've just hit a nice little 8 iron. Pulled it a little bit left, but it's not too bad. It's not out of bounds or anything. We'll be able to get that. First thing we'll notice, the feel off the club is a lot better than you'll get from a big cavity back iron. Immediately you can feel where the ball's going. It's hard to explain, but you can just feel the ball a lot better. Pulled it a little bit left, but we got a nice shape on the ball. I've sort of aimed straight down the middle here, which is quite a tight fairway at the first. You see, there's a hill and there's a bit of rough off the right. So we've aimed straight down the middle. Nice bit of shape that I'd normally get with my cavities, and I wasn't overly expecting to get with these straight off the bat, but we'll take that. 8 iron. We look like we're about 140 down, just off the left hand side of the fairway. But yeah, no complaints so far. Didn't feel like a big miss hit. Definitely didn't come off the centre of the club, but certainly didn't feel like a horrible shank, or plenty of forgiveness for me for an off centre strike there slightly. So get down now. We're going to have about 120. We're going to hit a 9 iron and see what we can do. Just hit a pitching wedge there in the end. It was a bit close for a 9 iron. Just off the front of the green. Can't really see it from back here, but just off the front of the green. So I'll tell you what, for two shots with irons on this first hole, par 4. It's quite a short par 4 here at Douglas Valley, but 2 shots there just off the front of the green, we'll take that all day long. Again, wasn't a perfect strike, but nice and light off the face. Don't feel any shock through the club. You can tell Mizuno just make quality irons. It's always been said about them. So yeah, can't complain. I'm just going to finish this up. It's just off the edge of the green, so we're just going to finish this up with a putter. We'll see you on the par 3 next up. We've just hit the tee shot on the par 3 second there. Yeah, felt quite good. 9 iron, which is what I'll normally hit on here. The clubs I've got have obviously got a bigger cavity. You're not expecting quite as much distance, but yeah, it felt very similar. It's a bit of a deceptive green this, because you're coming from high up. When you get down there, sometimes it could have pitched on the green and shot straight off the back, so we'll see what happens when we get down there. But it felt a decent hit. It was bang on line. Again, wasn't quite off the centre. I could tell that 100% as soon as I've hit it. It gives you a lot more feedback on that front. There's a lot of times where a cavity back, you'll not hit the centre and you don't know you've not hit the centre. It feels good. But this one let me know that I hadn't come off the middle. But forgiving, it's not gone anywhere. Just found a ball there. Take that. Ever the professional, never leave a ball. So you can see it now, we've just front of the green. Nice shot again. That's put us in with a chance of birdie there. Not talk about the putting on the last is what we'll not do. Put at birdie, came off with a very, very scratchy bogey. But that's high handicap golf for you. So as you can see here, coming up to the ball, found it there on the green, nice and easy. 2 putts for par, let's do it, and we'll go back to the next hole, which is a par 4. We'll try and hit one of the bigger irons, and then we'll close it out there. So we've just been hit the tee shot on the third there, 5 iron, sweetest hit of the lot. Doesn't look the easiest club in the world to hit when you stood over the 5 iron. Very small face, very little cavity back, but I'll tell you what, that's come off like an absolute missile. It's gone at least, it's gone a good 180, 190 down, middle of the fairway, arrow straight. That is probably the best tee shot I've ever hit on this hole. So yeah, listen, we're going to have to call the video there. The battery on my phone has decided it's going to die, which is always good. But what to take away from this? I'm a 28, 29 handicap golfer, and I've just been around 3 holes there, and I've hit some off-centre strikes. I've not necessarily played brilliantly, but one thing I have done is played some decent golf with some very cheap muscle back irons. And I'll be honest, they felt better than my irons do. My big cavity back, tailor-made burner OSs, which are designed for 40 handicappers. So what I'd say to you is, if you like the look of a set of irons, if they're the right price, as long as they're not super thin blades, if they're a muscle back, if they're a cavity back, whatever they are, if you like them, they look good in the bag, and you want to go and play golf with them, don't be afraid to buy them. Don't let anyone tell you you're not going to be able to play golf with them, because it's rubbish. Now remember, like, share, subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this, if you want to see us buy more cheap clubs. Hey, who knows, we might end up being the #1 review channel on YouTube, what say. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.